Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tony's Picks Happy Hour here for Monday. Monday. What is it? The 5th
Monday,
day, January
Monday.
5th, 2026. Woo! Feels weird. No Monday Night Football, but hey, all the matchups are set in the NFL. We're all ready to go playoff wise. And hey, the other football's wrapping it up down to the playoffs too. We got the semis coming up, and then we'll have one national championship. So three footballs. All the football is now into the playoffs. Hey, hopefully everybody had themselves a wonderful weekend. Enjoyed some football action and some college basketball action as well, some hockey. Definitely not a bad weekend. Too bad to the Canadian team, ousted by the Czechs. Whoops. I think it's 3 years straight they've got ousted there. Well, he's got a chance to get a bronze. Good luck to them there in that one. But hey, those junior international squads definitely got have seen some big improvement over the years in international hockey. So looking forward to the Olympics. Hopefully, Ron had a good weekend. He's here joining me today on the Happy Hour. How you doing, Ron? How was your weekend?
Yeah, it's pretty good. 5-3 yesterday. Did lose. Man, had the Columbus Blue Jackets had a nice 4-1 lead. They blew that. Lost in overtime there. My NBA hit Detroit. That was a nice winner outright, like that play. And then had a soccer winner as well. My NFL best bet cashed with the Saints. Got lucky there as they got the late TD to get the 3.5 for me. So, but yeah, a couple of them, man, could have gone either way yesterday. It was kind of a tough day. I had a late draw in soccer. Ended up losing that. If you don't know, if you play the money line, you lose if it's a draw. And Alaves did lose that game, but I did win the Newcastle yesterday morning. So, like I said, it was overall a winning day. Good to get back here on Monday, and yeah, let's do it. Let's get together tonight, and there is a FCS championship. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Definitely. We'll get to that momentarily. 3-3 day for me on the Sunday, the Saturday. I think it was a losing day for me on the Saturday, so it wasn't the greatest day for me. So I'm looking for a little bounce back here on the Monday. So looking forward to the card. Speaking of a little FBS championship, that's what you got. You got the Redbirds taking on Montana here in this one. I see 10 is Montana land on this one. Total 56.5, 57 in some places. I'm gonna take the dog. Give me the Redbirds plus the 10.5. I just did too many points. I think in a game that's probably a higher scoring one, as that total indicates. I think up and over, not a bad play as well. But I like the dog there. Give me the Redbirds plus the 10 there. And then for me, I have to fly. I'll be back in like 10 minutes. And then Ron's going to take you through the hockey slate right after he tells you his FBS play. He'll run down the hockey card and get you going because, hey, I just did it a couple hours ago on the Daily Dangle. I even bookmarked it over for you if you're still interested in checking out the plays I got on the hockey slate for you tonight. They're over at the Daily Dangle, all bookmarked for you for the 5-game card. So, hey, I'm going to head it on over to Ron. I'm going to move him over here like this.
All right, good luck.
Maybe not so big, so you're not taking up the whole whoop.
Woo! Big head. There I am. All right. Yeah, guys, this FCS national championship, it's kind of weird that we don't have North Dakota in there or the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. Illinois State did go out there and upset them, which is a really good thing. But you look at Montana State. Montana State actually got there last year, did lose the game. I think they'll win tonight. So money line, definitely Montana State. They're better defense overall. But you look at Illinois State, they got a 3,000-yard passer. He's got like 36 touchdowns, only 12 interceptions of the year, and his main receiver has 18 of those touchdowns. So look at that. And there's also a running back with a 1,000-yard rusher. So Illinois State, I like to have a quarterback that I can get late in maybe a backdoor situation. So look at that. And then we're also going to look at Montana State. Like I said, good defense. They're going to want to run the ball. They have two 1,000-yard rushers, and they have a quarterback dual threat, 700 yards rushing. So they're going to want to slow it down. I don't know about that over. I think it's probably going to be an under, but I look for a backdoor from Illinois State, but I do think Montana State wins that game. Let's move over to the NHL card tonight. And like you said, Rod and Steve broke it down during the lunch hour, so you can go back and check that out right now if you'd like to. But I'm going to go down the card. We got the Utah Mammoth at the New York Rangers. Utah is a road favorite, and for good reason. You know, we had them against New Jersey the other night, and they can get it done on the road. Ramelka looks like it's going against the Sirkin. I'm not going to lean to a side, but I really like the under 5.5. I think Shesterkin plays. You saw what he did in the Florida Classic down there in Florida. So let's take the under 5.5 in that one. Next game, Anaheim and Washington. I have a nice 25-9 system play, over 2,300 units of profit in this game. So you can get that right now at Tony's Picks. Moving on to Detroit and Ottawa. You know, Detroit's been on a little slump, man. They lost twice to Pittsburgh, and then they lost again, and it's just been tough going. They go into Ottawa, and I don't think it helps them here. I got John Gibson going in the net. Merlane, he's been okay. I mean, definitely the better goaltender here with Gibson. But Detroit, man, is just slumping right now. So I'll have to lean to Ottawa. It's a big juice 155, but I'm still liking the Ottawa Senators in that one. And put your looks in the chat if you would. If you got some NHL looks. Next game, we're going out to the Saddle Dome in Calgary. Seattle, they've been playing great hockey as well. We had them a nice dog spot the other night. Took that one over Vancouver, but Vancouver's been horrible at home, as you know. Seattle and Calgary going at it. We got Dustin Wolf. He's been awesome at home. Grubauer on the road for Seattle. I think the line's telling you what you need to know here. Calgary's still playing good at home. Well, Wolf's good at home in that one. And let's look at the last game. We got the Minnesota Wild going into LA. Now, they just played a couple nights ago and went to a shootout, and LA won 5-4. Darcy Kemper was in net, and it was Jesper Wellstedt in net for the Wild. But now you look at, looks like Gustafson's probably going to go here. I like a bounce back spot with the Minnesota Wild. That line keeps creeping up. It was like even money. Now it keeps creeping and creeping. We still see these Kings 6-14 as home favorites. So we're going to look at the Minnesota Wild in a nice bounce back spot in that one. Yeah, guys, Sweden, yeah, Sweden's going to get it done, right? What else you got? Andrew, thanks. No problem. Yesterday, Kevin, I don't know if you saw, did we get Pertuzzi? We got 3 of them, right? I think he was the whole kit and caboodle there. Definitely there. How did everybody going? And Nicholas Handy, Buffalo, yeah. They finally got beat by Columbus, and then Columbus proceeds to lose to Pittsburgh the very next day. Yeah, I like Team Sweden as well. All right. Let's see, what else can we talk about? We got Rod back here. We're going to get ready to do some NBA. Hopefully he'll be back in a few seconds. How you doing, everybody? Ron, yeah, Ron Hahn in there. What do you think about your Detroit Red Wings tonight, there, Ron? Think they're going to get it done? It's going to be a tough one. I think we're going to look at, like I said, yeah, Bertuzzi, man. We had 1 point. And I think he got 3 yesterday. He was the whole offense for the Blackhawks. Blackhawks really on a roll. I tell you who else is on a roll, and I told you this before. And Montreal Canadiens are really getting it done lately. You know, another win. They go into Dallas and upset Dallas just right after they go into Carolina, upset Carolina. Man, they are just doing great things there for Montreal. And I told you, I said, watch out for this team because they are definitely going to be a contender when it comes to Blues next victim. Yeah, the Blues. You look at this Blues team. I can't figure them out, man. I go against them. They get me, and I go with them, and they get me. So I just cannot figure this team out. I know as a home underdog, they definitely are a play on my book from now on. And definitely who's not a play is the Golden Knights. I don't know what's wrong with this team. They just can't get it done. I thought probably yesterday was a good spot. They'd at least win like in regulation in Chicago. Great win for the Blackhawks once again. But yeah, you look at this team, there is just something wrong with them. Kelly, all right. Yeah, I saw you earlier. I guess the headphones works there in the classroom. So good to see you back at work. I got back to work today. I was swamped. That's why I wasn't able to do the dangle here this morning. But yeah, I was swamped as well. First day back, at least you survived. That's good. Watch out. Now those kids are going to get you sick. You got to watch out for those kids in school when running rampant. Yeah, Ron, you like the Wings tonight? I don't know. They've been in a slump. I guess they're due. I mean, if you want to say it that way. Look at the Red Wings, maybe. I don't know. That's kind of a high price for Merlanen. I don't know. Merlanen is just yeah. Yeah, Denver. So Ron is out. I was going to go in the NBA. I'm going to wait for Rod to get back, but we'll talk about it here in a second. Let me look at the injury report for the NBA real quick. I know Braun was supposed to be in. Gordon was supposed to be in. Let's go through the injury report. Cade Cunningham's probable. It looks like Durant is out for your Detroit Pistons. It's like Josh Hart's out for the Knicks. Everybody else, Chicago, looks like Kobe White is going to play. That line keeps creeping up. That's weird with Kobe White back in the lineup. Let's see, Atlanta, Trae Young's out, of course. Jakob Poeltl's out for Toronto. One of Phoenix and Houston. Looks like Grayson Allen's going to be back tonight. Looks like that. Jalen Green is out. Steven Adams is questionable. That could help them out. They already got a front line that's a beast anyway. You got Phoenix coming off that big win last night in Oklahoma City. Kind of like Houston in that one. Looking at Denver, yeah. Braun's out. Gordon's out. Yeah, Jokic, Murray. Valanciunas is out. Wow. What's that line done? Spread it out for, 14.5. Wow. Yeah, I would not mess with that game, Ron, at all. Charlotte looks like Concaniple's in. Brandon Miller's in. Miles Bridges. It looks like they got a good squad up here against. Let's look at OKC. Shea's in. Carson Wall-Dort. Looks like Caruso is out. Dieng is out. Hartenstein's out. That might be trouble. That might be trouble for okay. Did the line come down? It's still at 15.5. That's kind of telling. And then Golden State and the Clippers. Looks like we got nobody really. Well, Harden's questionable. Niederhauser's questionable. And that's pretty much it for the NBA. Looks at the injuries. All right, let's go back here. If you have Philly laying 15 now, that seems like a lot. Yeah, Ron. Yeah, everybody's out, man. I'm not messing with that game. No, Rod's not in the alley, Mr. Whiskers. He just had to run his wife to an appointment there. He'll be right back. But yeah, under 20 gold medal game. Yeah, going Czechia and Sweden. I kind of like Sweden. I don't know. What do you think, Rod? Southpaw likes Czechia. Yeah, you're on mute, buddy.
Yeah, tough game. Overtime. Let's see a draw. Let's sprinkle on overtime, and let's see Czechia get it in overtime.
Yeah. All right. I went through the NBA injuries. I don't know if you heard, Rod. Looks like Denver. Everybody's out, man. I think they're recruiting people off the street for this one tonight. This is just ridiculous. That line flew up to 14.5, 15. Everybody's out.
Perfect. I'll take Denver plus 15.
Right.
I don't care who's in. Yeah. Even if they take the bums off
money
the
line.
Okay, that's excessive. No, that's excessive. That's excessive. But 15, yeah, might as well take a shot.
Yeah. Go ahead, Rod. You
this is it. This is the NBA. Everybody knows how to shoot, right? So it's just shooters can shoot. That's what it is. And I'm seeing that the second man up, third man up, they could definitely shoot, and you see plenty of offense from whoever's next man up. So even some names that we haven't heard of, they pop up, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, who's this guy? And then you got to go back and look, and you'll see like, oh man, I remember the guy at college. So that's why I love the college sports as well. So looking at the college basketball, but since you've done all the injury reports on the NBA, have you touched any of the games?
No, not yet.
In half.
Not yet. We can roll.
Not yet. All right, let's do Knicks, Detroit, Atlanta, Toronto, Bulls, Celtics, Charlotte in to take on OKC. OKC fresh off their outright loss. We'll go with those four. Anything you like theirs if they are in those four?
Yeah, Atlanta, Toronto. We just saw this the other night. Somebody mentioned there's some really good gentlemen clubs in Atlanta. I mean, in Toronto, they might have been hanging out there. So I'm going to take Toronto to get it back once again. Like I said, Jakob Poeltl's out. That's the only thing we're missing here. Trae Young's out. They do play better without Trae Young, though. But yeah, that's the only one I look at. I got a premium spot on the first two games: Knicks, Detroit, and Chicago and Boston.
For me, I think you got to go with the Knicks there. I'll lay the 1.5. I know it's usually Knicks on the road, not the way to go, but I'd like the Knicks there in that spot. I think they make a statement, be like, hey, don't forget us. The Pistons have been off to that hot start, but you still got the Knicks in the East that are going to make some noise. Looking forward to the playoffs. I like the Knicks there. What else do we like? 236 seems kind of light for the Bulls and the Celtics. I like the over there. I think we can get into the 240s offensive wise. Bulls don't play defense, and Boston likes to shoot. If they get hot, well, I think that easily can cruise over that. So I'll take the over.
Kobe's back too, Rod. Kobe White is back.
And White's back, right? Yeah, and White's back too. So I like the over there in that one as well. And that sounds familiar. Like I should have some more notes on that. I think I might have talked about that game somewhere. I think I remember taking it over already. So
right,
that feels sure. Deja vu. It's almost like Groundhog Day. Bulls plus probably not a bad bet there as well.
Yep.
10.5. If Boston gets cold, we know what can happen there. And hey, that wraps up this first four. Let's head on to the last four. I'd include the Denver game. You're talking about Denver plus the 15, taking on the 76ers. We got the Suns in to take on the Rockets. We got the Warriors taking on the Clippers. Warriors up to a minus, laying 3 there in that one. I mean, I guess that everybody's back that you read in the injury report.
Mm-hmm.
Both S. Currys are back there, I guess, ready to roll there.
Seth's out, but Steph's there. Yep.
The good Seth, the good S. Curry is cooking. The good cooking Curry is in there. Then for that, we kind of figured that's why that line popped up. I don't know if Seth makes a difference. Is he maybe a 0.2 of a line movement, maybe? And then we got Portland back to back, land 6 now against the Jazz. What do you like there in those 4?
Yeah, I think it's too many points. I mean, you look at this Portland team as a home favorite. They're actually losing by 7 points per game. And now you want me to lay 6? Nah, not a chance. I know the Jazz lose on the road by about 13, but still, they got Markin in there. It looks like Ace Bailey is back. Questionable. Looks like Kevin Love's out, but that's okay. I'm going to take the points, all I can get there with the Jazz. I don't like Portland laying any points. I got a premium on the Clippers and Golden State. And, of course, why not Denver plus the points? Everybody steps up. That's ridiculous. I mean, that move was, 2 to 14.5, 15? No, I can't do it. And we talked about it, Rod, the mentality of these teams. If you think it's psychological, it's like, oh, I ain't got to face this guy. I don't face this guy. We're just going to mosey on through. And like Ron Hahn said, you might lose the game.
Yep. I've seen it plenty of times.
Yep.
Give me the Nuggets in the first quarter. They won 6 straight first quarters against the 76ers. We'll take on the money line. You get a plus 230 on that. I think the guys that are going to get to start in this game, some of them they'll be up and ready to go for this game, ready to shine. Next person's up to make some noise. But hey, it wouldn't put it past them plenty. All of a sudden, the Nuggets are up in that first quarter. So, as I said, they've won 6 straight against the 76ers. Why not take a shot at or plus 230 on that? I see. I'm definitely going to put a little sprinkle there as well. And then look at that. It even shows you. See, 4 times Denver Nuggets have covered as a road underdog in the second half of a back-to-back, 4 straight. And now you're ready. It's over 2 touchdowns.
And they got blasted last night, too, by Brooklyn.
Yep. So, missed 1 attempt. What? Well, he hooked it. It was he got kind of under the ball and kind of like moved it, and it kind of did one of these bloop 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 bloop. It looked like it was going in, and then he just kind of shanked it. I'm looking at Southpaw here.
They both had a fade. It was a weird, man. They both had a fade on. I was like, "What is there wind that I didn't see?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like,
what?
Both of them took off to the right. I was like, "What the hell?" What a game, though, man. I mean, I was laying 3.5. I was like, "Hey, there's the touchdown. We got the late touchdown. Here comes Rodgers down the field. Another touchdown." I'm like, damn. I tell you what, if you had that team total under, you were screwed big time.
If you had the under in that game, you were screwed. Going, what the heck? Really?
22 and a half to 19 and a half, I think, was the total. Jesus. That's
crazy.
Way over, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to college basketball.
And then the Red Hot Clippers. Give me the Clippers. I don't care who's in for the Warriors. Give me the Clippers plus 3. Must say the Clippers. What the hell? They've been into it lately. Besides, they got whooped by Boston. But like I said, anybody can get whooped by Boston if they get hot. All they do is chuck threes. Chuck. If they get hot, well, man. And that's so should be a good one there.
Jalen get 51 the other night. They scored 146 points on the West Coast. Now they're back home. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's head on over to some college basketball. What a mix we got today. We got some. We're gonna throw in some Ivy League in there. We've got a half decent one here. The number 12 against USC. Michigan State's still laying 11. New Orleans laying 7.5 at home. Mm-hmm. We got Ducks down to 4.5. That was like 6 this morning. What else we got here? Just trying to see numbers that have moved. Nope. Most of these are still the same. Yeah. Columbia, Cornell. Cornell come down. Wow, that went up. Total wise went up to 171. It's now come down to 170. I think it's up and down. Cornell laying 3.5. Anything college basketball for you tonight?
Yeah, I got a couple. Look at Nebraska. They partied like it was 1999, storming the court. Now they're going into Ohio State. I still think that Nebraska probably can win this game. Even though it was a big to do. I know it's tough, and I think pretty much everybody's going to be on Ohio State, but I just don't see the numbers for Ohio State. There's too much good defense in Nebraska there, and I know they haven't been on the road yet as much, but I think it's too many points. I gotta take Nebraska plus the 3 now. I don't know. And then I look at Oregon and Rutgers. You look at this Oregon team, we just saw them against Maryland. I actually had Maryland on Saturday. It's a tough spot to travel across the country, but now they've stayed on the East Coast, right? So Rutgers is just horrible. I had them the other night too, lost that one. That's why I'm done with college basketball. I told you, Rob. But yeah, I'm going to take Oregon. It's down to 4.5 now. Oregon's just a better team, guys. Take Oregon there. William and Mary, why are they a dog? I think they're the better team here. I just don't think College of Charleston's offense can hang with the William and Mary here. We're getting 2.5. Sign me up. I'll take William and Mary outright in that one. And Mississippi Valley State is just horrible on any aspect. Alabama A&M will lay it with 10.5 in that one. And the big one tonight, USC and Michigan State. Michigan State, they really gave it all at Nebraska and lose them by 2 points. I know Izzo was pissed. There was a bad call late in the game. They lost that game pretty much for them, or a chance to tie at least. It's got a USC traveling across the country. I think the line's probably about right. I look for about an 11-point win. It's set to 10.5 right now. But I love Michigan State at the Breslin Center. Nice bounce back from that tough ruling. Hopefully they don't have a hangover from the Nebraska game. So I'm going to take Michigan State.
I like the under there. Give me the under 151. Low scoring one. I usually trend to the under. Usually first to 70 wins that one. So I don't see that becoming a track meet. So low scoring 151. That total hasn't moved a whole lot either. What else we like here? Give me Green Bay plus the 2. Home dog. 3-1 at home. Don't trust this Panther squad. I don't care if that line looks funky as shit. I'm not trusting this Milwaukee squad out on the road. 1-7 out on the road, and they're -2. Sure, go ahead. Nope. There's a bunch of these lines that are looking like that today. Rutgers at home is 6-3. Ducks are 1-1 on the road. 6 was way better this morning if you like the Rutgers side.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pass for me. I'm not trust that game now. Maybe I would sneak the over 140, but Rutgers can play some defense, especially at home. It could be a lower scoring battle. I don't trust that game. I did lean to Rutgers at the 6, but that number's long gone. We're at 4.5 now. That's been bet down to 4.5 too. So stay away from that one. Give me the over there. I don't even care. Columbia, Cornell. I don't even think the books know what they're doing with that total. They moved it up to 171. They moved it back down. I think both these teams easily score into the 80s. So you need what, 87, 85, and that gets you up over 170. We know Cornell doesn't play defense, and I think Columbia can cut it in there and muck it up with them as well. So I like the over 170 there in that one. And hey, that wraps up the sports for Monday as we kick off the new week here on Tony's Picks, the Happy Hour Show. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Brings us to the parlay section, player prop game in the future. Leave it up to the capper to decide whatever they got here. And then they'll let you know what they got going over at Tony's Picks, because over at Tony's Picks, that's where you can find our best bets. What up? Remember way back in the day? What's up? Welcome to the Tony's Picks Happy
Bring
Hour.
that commercial.
Glad to have you here. New name, so I had to get all excited. So shout out. So glad you're making it to the happy hour. Sorry. What do you got for us, Ron?
Yeah, John's talking about the game tonight. I went over that. He can rewind it, man. I did a pretty deep dive on that one, but we both like Illinois State. I like maybe a backdoor, but I do like Montana State to win it tonight. They had their chance last year, didn't do it. For a parlay tonight, actually, you know what? I'm going to look at soccer tomorrow. I got EPL. I got the worst team in the damn – one of my favorite teams, West Ham United. This is do or die. I mean, they just lost the Wolves on Saturday 3-0. And if West Ham doesn't get it done here, this is pretty much Nuno's out of there. And they're going to get relegated to the Champions League if they don't get something going. So I think it's a desperate spot. They're a dog at home. You can get +1/2 in this one. So that means if we get a draw, you'll get a win there. Or they win outright. I think they went outright, though. I think this is maybe the spot at home. They finally get it done. Take West Ham United, the Hammers, on the money line. Or if you can get draw no bet, get that as well. Or +0.5 on the Asian handicap. Tonight at Tony's Picks, I have a 3-pack in NBA. And I also got a 3-pack on the ice for you right there. So, yeah, nice 6-packs tonight, and let's see if we can get it done. Yesterday, lost that best bet with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Hope to get it back tonight with that blue line best bet. Did win with Detroit on the NBA best bet yesterday, and hopefully we'll continue that with 3-point play tonight. You can get that right now at Tony's Picks. I'm going to stay off college basketball. Defer to Rod on this one, man. I tried Saturday, went 0-5. I'm like, yeah, 2-8 my last 10 in college basketball, 7-3 my last 10 in NBA. You know where I'm going, Rod. It's all yours, buddy.
Yeah, definitely. One play I love today is college basketball. It's a tough slate. As I said, there's some funky lines out here on the board. The ones that I say a few times where it's like maybe somebody knows something type of lines where you're gonna see a few that are gonna bust up your parlay, as they say. I'm quite sure. I'm gonna say there's at least 4 of them out here that are like, yeah, why is this like this? Why is that like that? So for me, one play, you can get that over at Tony's Picks.com. Also have one play on the ice. I didn't go with any premiums in the NHL yesterday. I passed. Everything that I gave out was on the dangle yesterday. And today, one play on the ice. Absolutely love that NHL selection to get us paid. It's over there at Tony's Picks. Bottle Rocket play of the day. And then I got one NBA play. Dropped it yesterday. I'm trying to remember who I dropped. I took a shot with the Pelicans. I think it was yesterday. And hung in there early in the first half. And then Miami just pulled away. They just couldn't keep up. Miami had that nice little run. If you look at it, they just slowly kept pulling away. And then they just too much. So I also have my one NBA play over there. And been doing well in the NBA. So continue jumping aboard. And as Ron alluded to, hey, it's pairs both up. Take advantage 2-for-1 capper promotion here at Tony's Picks. You can't go wrong with that. Don't forget Tony T at checkout and save 15% off. The 2 cappers putting money in your pocket is the way to go. So definitely jump aboard. Hey, that wraps up for Monday. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Any final words before we head on out?
No, that's about it. Like I said, I do love that Portland Utah game. Now looking at it a little more, so yeah, get that Jazz in. I think they won it outright.
Definitely worth a shot there. Yeah, exactly right. Portland is a favorite.
They lose like by 7 points a game. How are they favored?
Right. And hey, that wraps up for Monday. Be sure look ahead with the Alessandro because it's coming ahead soon. A few hours from now, we'll have Alessandro dropping the look ahead show for you, and then later on we'll have the night news with Ramon. Get down low, flip a candle on, and let Ramon soothe you with the picks as he goes down the slate for you. So
National Public Radio.
Flip on the radio. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful Monday. Let's start the new week of winning. Shout out everybody that joins us. Mr. Weskers. Definitely Mr. Weskers in the chat. Nicholas Handy in the chat. Ron Hahn in the chat. Good luck tonight, buddy.
Sure.
Kelly in the chat. How was the first day back at school? Good luck. Might be a little tired today after the first day back at school. Dealing with
I
kids
told her don't
day.
get sick.
Yeah, watch out. Watch out, them little rascals bringing you some sort of flu or being sick. Definitely don't need that. So, hey, thanks everybody. Hey, Yodi in the chat. I think I see him in there as well. Hey, Yodi. Double Andrew in the chat. I know I've seen Andrew. I haven't seen the other Andrew in a little bit.
Andre and Andrew. Yep. Mm-hmm. Andre Wingfield and there's Andrew. Yep, both of them are there.
Both of them are there. Mm-hmm. Thanks, everybody. Have yourself a wonderful Monday. See you guys again tomorrow. Have a good one. Good luck with everything.
Good luck, everybody. Enjoy the games.